Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to my channel. And there is the today's topic is basically insect reproductive system. This class provide you a complete discussion on reproductive system of insect. First of all, insect vary greatly in their reproductive anatomy, behavior, and physiology. In insect, male and female sexes are mostly separate, or this is called the sexual dimorphism. And this day sexual dimorphism is the common where the male differ from the female morphologically, as in bees, mosquito, and cockroach. In case of hermaphrodite insect, there is the male and female gonad are present in one organism. This is called the hermaphrodite. Example is the basically cotonicosm scale. First of all, insect female reproductive system. In this female reproductive system, there is the what is the function of female reproductive system? There is the function basically they produce the egg and storage of the male spermatozoa until the eggs are ready to be fertilized. And there is the different components are there. One is the ovaries, another is the calyx, another is the lateral oviduct, common oviduct, genital chamber, accessory gland, and spermatheca. First of all, ovaries. There is the tube-like structure are present. Two tube-like structure present. This is called the ovaries, and these ovaries contain the string of follicle. This is called the ovariole. Means there is the single ovariole are there, and this ovariole contain the or produce the oocyte, and this is the production of the ovum. After production, after their ovaries, they connect with the pedicel, and after pedicel there is the lateral oviduct are present. This part is called the lateral oviduct. And these two lateral oviduct are joined with a common duct. This is called the common oviduct. Opening of the common oviduct, this is called gonopore, and in this gonopore or the common oviduct or opening portion, there is the one genital chamber are present. This genital chamber, this is the genital chamber and there is the genital chamber are present. This genital chamber have the ectodermal gland are present, and there is the two ectodermal gland are present here. One is the spermatheca gland, another is the accessory gland. First of all, spermatheca gland. What is the function of the spermatheca gland? We store the spermatozoa until they are needed for egg fertilization. This is the function of the spermatheca gland. And in this spermatheca gland, this is the single and sac-like structure are present, and a slender duct also present in this spermatheca gland. Next is the accessory gland. What is the function of accessory gland? There is the one pair of accessory gland are present in case of insect, and this accessory gland that also called the collateral gland or the semen gland. Because why? Because their secretion surround and protect the eggs or cement, uh, egg cement them to protect them or to the substrate. Example is the egg case of the production, egg case production of the mantis, egg case production of the cockroach. This is called Itheka, and venom production of the honeybee. This is the function of the accessory gland in it. So next is the so there is the different component are there. What is the component? There is the ovaries, one pair, calyx, lateral oviduct, common oviduct, and genital chamber and accessory gland and spermatheca. In case of there is the gonopore or this genital chamber. This genital chamber serves as a copulatory pouch during mating, and this is known as the Barsa copulatrix. This is called the Barsa copulatrix. Barsa copulatrix. This is next is the its external opening means there is the external opening external opening is the called vulva. And in this external opening, there is the in many insect the vulva and the genital chamber become enclosed in a pouch-like structure. This is referred to as the vagina. Okay, so this is the total uh, reproductive system of the female insect. Next is the ovariole. So ovary contain the string of ovariole, and this ovariole, there is the what is the function of this ovariole? There is the produce the egg, and they contain the different parts. There is the one is the germanium, another is the vitellarium, and third is the pedicel. This terminal filament, this portion is called the terminal filament. This portion is called the germanium, and this portion is called the vitellarium. Okay. In this terminal filament, there is the oocyte is produced, and after there, and these oocytes are surrounded by a follicle cell that is forming an epithelium. This is called the epithelium, and this with the forming cell or with the oocyte with follicular epithelium, this is called the follicle, or with this epithelium, this is called the follicle. And the youngest oocyte pass through the germanium to the vitellarium and then pass to the pedicel. After passing through the pedicel, enter into the lateral ovida, and then they pass through the common ovida. So what is the function of germanium? In this germanium, mitosis give rise to the primary oocyte. In this germanium site, this is the zone of growth. This is the known as zone of growth. And next is the vitellarium. In this vitellarium portion, there is the yolk deposition occur, and oocyte grow by the deposition of the yolk, and this is called as the vitellogenesis. And next is the pedicel. Pedicel that pass the oocyte through the lateral orbiter. There is the different type of nerve cell are there that provide the nutrient to the oocyte. These nerve cells are called as trophocyte. According or based on their trophocyte or nerve cell, they are divided into three types. First of all, types of ovariole. One is the paniotic ovariole, means lacks of the specialized nutritive cell. This is called the paniotic ovariole. That it contain only a string of follicles with the oocyte that containing nutrient from human. मतलब ये जो पेनियोस्टिक ओवरियोल है, ये न्यूट्रिटिव सेल नहीं होता है इसमें, और ये जो string of follicle, it contain only string of follicles, and with the oocyte they get the nutrient from their hemolymph. This is called the paniotic ovariole. And in this paniotic ovariole, they contain the germanium, vitellarium, and the follicular epithelium. They contain. Example is the cockroach. Next is the teleotrophic ovariole. In this ovariole, there is the meriotic ovariole are present. There is the meriotic ovariole that divided into two types. One is the teleotrophic ovariole, another is the polytrophic ovariole. And in this two type ovariole, there is the trophocyte provide the oocyte with RNA, and meriotic ovariole they contain the stem cell, primary oocyte, prefollicular tissue, nerve cell contained within the germinal. So what is teleotrophic ovariole? In this teleotrophic ovariole, the trophocyte is present and its location is confined to the germanium and remain connected to the oocyte by cytoplasmic strand. As the oocyte move down the ovary, means they get nutrient through the oocyte from their germanium site. This is called the teleotrophic ovary. Example is the bug. Next is the polytrophic ovariole. In case of in this polytrophic ovariole, the number of trophocyte moves down along with the ovary. Okay. Means there is the uh, trophocyte or the nerve cell moves down parallel through the ovariole, and this is called the polytrophic ovariole. Example is the moth and fly. This is the poly. trophic ovarium. This is the teleotrophic ovarium. There is the diagram of these types of ovarium. Next is the oogenesis. Oogenesis, that is the means production of the ovum from the oogonia. This is called the oogenesis. This oogenesis occurs inside the egg tube. First of all, oogonia. That oogonia produce the primary oocyte, and primary oocyte that develop the secondary oocyte through the mitosis cell division. This is the mitosis cell division occur, and this is the develop the secondary oocyte. Thus, it is the twin produce the twin. After production of the secondary oocyte, there is the production of the oocyte formed. Oocyte, there is the meiosis through the meiosis cell division. After production of oocyte, they are produced the ova, and this process is called the oogenesis. And this oogenesis occurs inside the egg tube. Next is the fertilization. So that fertilization occurs through the sperm enter into egg that produce the morphogenesis, and egg nucleus divides mutically into female gamete nucleus and polar bond. मीन्स मतलब ये जो एक न्यूक्लियस जो डिवाइड होता है कैसे डिवाइड होता है म्यूटिकली दैट इज द डिवीजन ऑफ द मियोसिस एंड दैट डिवाइड इनटू द फीमेल गैमेट न्यूक्लियस एंड पोलर बॉडी दे फॉर्म टू body. One is the gamete nucleus, another is the polar body, and then the fertilization occur by the fusion of the male and the female gamete nucleus and then production of the egg. Next is the male reproductive system. So, what is the male reproductive system? In this male reproductive system, there is the external reproductive organ of the male are concerned in coupling with the female genital, and with intromission of the sperm. They are known as collectively called genitalia, and there is the presence of the adiagas in this male reproductive system. What is the function of the male reproductive system? There is the main function are the production and storage of the spermatozoa and their transport in a viable state to the reproductive tract of female. This is the function of the male reproductive system. What are the components of the male reproductive system? One is the testis, one pair there. This is the testis. Next is the vasa deferens. This is the tube-like structure called the vas deferens. Next, this tube-like structure, posterior part, expand in shape. This is called the seminal vesicle. This is the seminal vesicle. After seminal vesicle, there is the accessory gland are there, and these two seminal vesicles are joined through the duct portion. This is called the ejaculatory duct, and this opening of the ejaculatory duct is called the adiagas. And in this seminal vesicle, what is the function of the seminal vesicle? They store the spermatozoa or they store the follicle. And in this testis, there is the spermatozoa are produced. Okay. And after production of the spermatozoa, they transfer through the they transfer to the vas deferens and store it within the seminal vesicle. And these accessory glands are basically 1 to 3 pairs associated with the vas differential or the ejaculatory duct. Basically, it functions to produce the seminal fluid and spermatophore. What is spermatophore? That is the sperm containing capsule. This is called the spermatophore. Next is the so basically what is sperm? Sperm, that is the filamentous in form about 300 micrometer and less than 1 micron in diameter. Head and tail are present. There is the head portion and this is the tail portion of the sperm are basically same diameter. And in this sperm, there is the tip of the head portion, one nucleus in front of nucleus are there. This is called the actosome. And in this head portion, there is the nucleus present, and this nucleus is occupied the whole part or the greater part. When the sperm is attached to the egg, this acrosome portion dissolve the egg membrane, the spermatin, the sperm entry. Okay, and immediately behind the nucleus, there is the axial membrane or axial filament are there. This is called the axial filament or the axoneme. This is called the axoneme. That axoneme consists of the two central tubules with a ring of 9 doublets and 9 accessory tubules. This axoneme contain the central tubules and a ring with a ring 9 doublets and a 9 accessory tubules. The number of doublets and accessory tubules may vary from insect to insect, but the accessory tubules absent in the many insects like Collembola, Mecoptera, and Siphonaptera. It is presumed that the axial filament or the axoneme caused undulating movement of the tail, which derived the sperm to or sperm forward. So, what is the summary of the sperm? Basically, sperm contain the two part. One is the head, another is the tail. Head part that consists of the tip of the head part is called the acrosome, and this head part consists the whole part occupied by the nucleus, and there is the one in this tail part, one axial filament are there. This is called the axoneme, and this axial filament consists of the two central tubules and with a ring 9 doublets and 9 accessory tubules. The number of doublets and accessory tubules may vary from insect to insect, but it is absent in the Collembola, Mecoptera, and Siphonaptera. And they are help in the axial filament undulating movement of the tail, which derive the sperm forward. So this is the first sperm. Next is the spermatogenesis. And in this spermatogenesis, there occurs inside the sperm tube. And what is the process of spermatogenesis? There is the production of the sperm from the spermatogonia. There is the production of the spermatogonia or the primary spermatocyte from the spermatogonia. There is also division of the mitosis cell division occur. And from the primary spermatocyte, they produce the secondary spermatocyte. There also the mitosis cell division are there, and from the secondary spermatocyte there is the produced spermatid. Mitosis cell division are there, and from this, sorry, there is the primary spermatocyte. This is the 2N, and production of the N. There is the meiosis cell division. In this side, there is the meiosis cell division are there, and there is the mitosis cell division are there. Mitosis cell division are there. From the end or the secondary spermatocyte to spermatid, there is the also meiosis cell division, mitosis cell division are from the spermatid, they produce the sperm. From the spermatid to the sperm production, this process is called the spermatogenesis. This is called spermatogenesis. Okay. Next is the sperm transfer, how the male insect transfer their sperm. One is the intragenital process, another is the mucilage process, another is the external process. What is the intragenital process? In this intragenital process, common method through the aedeagus via the vaginal orifice into the female genital passage. This is called the intragenital. Means this is the common method. They transfer the sperm through the aedeagus into the vaginal orifice of the female. Next is the hemocoelus, means sperm transfer into the body cavity. This is called the hemocyamus. Next is the external and spermatophore. That what is spermatophore? That sperm containing the capsule. This is called the spermatophore. The spermatophore are ejected out into open place by male, while female walk over it and gets inseminated. This is called the external sperm transfer. In case of hemocoelus, there is the example is the bedbug, and in case of external, there is the example is the silverfish. So today's class is the here, and this is the total topic on female and male reproductive system of insect. There is the some question answer that is very important for the GRF exam and MSc entrance exam or your semester exam. This is the first question. Reproduction by means of immature stage of insect is known as what is this? This is called the pedogenesis. And reproductive organ are the ectodermal, endodermal or mesodermal in origin. This is the mesodermal in origin. Next is the cells which nurse the egg cells to grow is called as the trophocyte. There is the three type of ovariole are there based on the trophocyte. One is the panniostic ovariole, another is the meriostic ovariole, or the meriostic ovariole are two type, teleotrophy and polytrophy. The zone where egg cell grow and mature, this is called the vitellium. Vitellium, basically there is the deposition of yolk, and this process is called as the vitellogenesis. Next question, the production of two or more larvae from a single egg is known as the polyembryo. So this is the very important question on the female and male reproductive system. Okay, so thank you. Today's practical is here, and thank you for watching.